Ooh, hydration check, everybody. Get your water. Stay hydrated. Join me, Marcus Christolight, for a sacred light, ancient Atlantis guided meditation journey. Free, live, Saturday, June 1st, 1:11 p.m. Eastern, live on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.
Throughout time, people across the world told each other tales of how they came to be, of heroes and monsters, romance and tragedy, death and rebirth. Mythology helped shape the ancient world, explaining the unexplainable. This is Mythology Unleashed. Nautical legend is rife with incredible stories about mythical islands and hidden worlds. Islands that appear on no maps, or vanish beneath the waves at dusk and arise in new locations upon daybreak, or some that are hidden within the depths of perpetual hurricanes. And then there are tales of islands and landmasses that suffered from cataclysmic events such as tsunamis or earthquakes, that led to the utter destruction of the island and all who lived upon it. Bar none, there is no more prominent example of such a fabled island nation lost to catastrophe than the lost city of Atlantis. In roughly 360 BCE, the Athenian philosopher Plato described Atlantis, also called Atalantis or Atlantica, as an idyllic utopia out west, beyond the Pillars of Hercules and in the Atlantic Ocean, ruled by demigods and surpassing all other cultures of its time in terms of societal and technological advancement, complete with a powerful navy. It was said to be self-sufficient, growing their own food and rearing animals without worrying about the elements or supply lines, and not reliant upon trade or alliance with outside nations. Architecturally, the Atlanteans built homes and structures of black and red stone, unlike anything found in the world, structures and cities that surpassed even the great cities of Egypt. They even had access to rare metals and alloys, allowing for advanced technology featuring crystal and geothermal power sources. And yet, however powerful and advanced they may have been. Circa 9600 BCE, this mysterious culture would meet its doom. In the words of Plato, in a single day and night of misfortune, the island of Atlantis disappeared into the depths of the sea. As to how Atlantis ultimately perished, a number of explanations have been given, depending on the story or theory being told. Some say it was due to volcanic activity that had undermined the foundations of Atlantis, leading to its collapse. Others say that it was a series of earthquakes and massive tidal waves that brought down the mighty nation. And then there are those, especially during Plato's time, that believe that the extreme advances in technology and sociology were seen as an insult to the gods of Olympus. And so the gods, namely the sea god Poseidon, pulled the island beneath the waves, drowning everyone and erasing the Atlantean civilization from existence. Regardless of how Atlantis was destroyed, Plato's stories of a far-off exotic island home to an advanced culture unlike anything the ancient Greeks had ever seen thrilled countless people eager to hear his words. But many who had heard of Atlantis often had the same list of questions. Was Atlantis a real place? If so, where was it? And if there were no survivors of the cataclysm, and no surviving artifacts or writings, just how did Plato and others ever hear of Atlantis? As with all myths and legends, there have been attempts to explain, rationalize, or even prove the existence of Atlantis. The Atlantis of Plato's writings has been theorized to be based on an ancient Egyptian record of a volcanic eruption on the island of Thera, circa 1500 BCE, famously known as the Minoan eruption. The Minoan eruption on Thera, known today as Santorini, was followed by a series of earthquakes and tsunamis that devastated various Minoan sites along the Aegean Sea, thereby perhaps giving rise to the legend of Atlantis. But the Santorini caldera is not beyond the Pillars of Hercules, or Straits of Gibraltar as they are known today, instead existing in the Aegean Sea rather than the Atlantic Ocean. Just one example of inconsistency with Plato's dialogues. And so we begin to see a trend in Atlantis theories, where far-off islands and land masses are considered as the basis for Atlantis, and may bear some resemblance to the Atlantis of legend. Yet none of them fully match the description or geographic location in Plato's writings. In addition to Santorini, other hypothesized locations of Atlantis have included Cyprus, Crete, Sicily, the Canary Islands, the British Isles, Iceland, Greenland, and even Antarctica. The Bermuda Triangle, a section of the Atlantic Ocean plagued with a supernatural reputation, has long been a popular hypothesized location for Atlantis, with some going as far as saying that Atlantis is what causes the supposed misfortune of any who pass through those waters. However many theories of where Atlantis or what inspired it may arise, the truth is that no trace of a sunken island or city to that magnitude has ever been found, even with the modern advancements in oceanography and mapping of the ocean floor. It is important to note that many scholars believe that Atlantis was never meant to be interpreted as a real place, rather a metaphorical one, rooted in philosophical teachings. Though Plato describes Atlantis as a beautiful utopia, complete with wealth, military power, and achievements in society and technology, he goes on to say that Atlantis' achievements would lead to hubris, greed, and corruption, which in turn led to its ultimate destruction. Atlantis, at its core, was a cautionary tale, a philosopher's allegory for the hubris of nations. Whether or not the island of Atlantis was a real place, based on a real place, or was created as an artistic representation of a philosophical concept, the legend of Atlantis has inspired countless people across the centuries. The ideas of faraway places, extremely advanced societies, lost civilizations, and the like always seem to pique the imagination. In more recent times, Atlantis has appeared in many forms of media, such as books, games, stage and radio productions, film and television. Many times it is a subject of science fiction discovery and adventure stories, such as in Jules Verne's 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, or in Disney's Atlantis, The Lost Empire. Other times it is a mystical place, thriving as an undersea superpower, such as in the stories of Aquaman by DC Comics. Though Atlantis is ultimately a mythological civilization, its impact on storytelling and imaginations can never be understated.
There you have it, kings and queens, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for tapping in to this live guided meditation space. As today we are going to be in the mind realm of mentalism. We are going to be exploring the time and space, the archetype energies of the ancient city of Atlantis. I know some of us may have a DNA relationship when it comes to Atlantis or Lemuria, two of the most known ancient civilizations in our subconscious human minds. And I gotta say, I've had a great connection to Atlantis myself as well. And in this meditation space, I'm going to go ahead and guide you and open up this space for each and every one of you to go ahead and grab any journals that you would like to use, maybe a pen or a pencil. And before we move into the actual meditation space, I'm going to give you a few minutes to reflect on any intentions, any type of patterns, any struggles, any wounds, any traumas, or anything else that you could use addressing or healing focus to today. So feel free to grab your journal or even type or just do it intuitively with your mind. Feel free to set intentions of what you would like to receive out of this meditation space. And feel free to jot down any patterns, struggles, imbalances, wounds, or traumas that could be hindering you in this current moment today in your life that you would like to address and bring healing and restoration to today. So I'll go ahead and give you that space to go ahead and journal this out and reflect with your mind what it is that you would like to set intention with and bring to the surface today to be addressed with this ancient Atlantean medicinal healing energy today. So during the meditation, I will be guiding us through the oceans of the waters, and we'll be making our way through the ocean waters and connecting with different archetypes. And those different archetypes are figures of Atlantis that some of us are familiar with. And we'll be connecting with their energies to help receive their divine archetypal energies when it comes to healing and the light that they can bring to your organism. So for those of you that don't know me yet, my name is Marcus. I also go by Christolight. I've been doing guided meditations for about 8+ years now. I've been doing them live on YouTube, on Zoom calls, at festivals, events, and in person. I also produce and edit my own professional guided meditation audios, which you can find on my YouTube channel. Sacred Light Healing and Wellness. And thank you to all of you that have supported along the way and have participated in any of my spaces. So as you guys are reflecting and bring about any intentions or anything that you would like to address through this meditation space, I want to go ahead and go over what I have coming up this month in June real quick, and then we will hop in to our meditation space. So while you're also getting ready for the meditation, feel free to hydrate, grab some water or some tea, grab your sage, your crystals, set up an altar, crystal grid, whatever you would like to do to get comfortable. Grab your pillows, blankets, light a candle. It is all welcomed here. Bring your authenticity to the table. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull up what I have coming up in June for Sacred Light healing events and other activities. And I'm pulling this up on Facebook. You guys can find this pinned at the top of my page, or you can just go directly to Sacred Light Healing and Wellness Services and Events page, where you can keep up with anything regarding my services and events. So coming up in June, first we have coming up on my birthday, June 3rd. That's right, my birthday is June 3rd, coming up on Monday. I will be holding a podcast live on Instagram and Facebook, and that will be held with Sandra Marshall. Sandra Marshall is a wonderful sister that holds many podcasts and does light language activations and loves to share many esoteric teachings. She goes by Soul Awakening with Sandra on Instagram, and we will be live at 5:30 EST, June 3rd, on Instagram and Facebook. And we will be talking about the story, the book, the content of the raw material, Law of One. And I'll see you guys then. And then the next day we have on Tuesday, June 4th, at 2:22 p.m. Eastern, I will be live on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube doing my next Light Body Awareness 101 teaching. And that is going to be about energy cords. Coming up on the 6th, on Thursday, I will be in Lexington, Kentucky for a outdoor new moon sound healing journey. And I will be a special guest. It will be hosted by Cicely Vinson of Magical Willow. And that will be at Shalillo Park in Lexington, Kentucky. And if you guys just go on Facebook and type in this title, Outdoor New Moon Sound Journey, you can find the event page, and that is where you can book your ticket. And then on Sunday the 9th, we have a solar plexus chakra empowerment workshop. And this is a flow shop where you get to learn in depth about the solar plexus, how to identify blockages and overactivations in that chakra. And then you get to journal and reflect on any of these blockages and overactivations within the chakra in your own current and present life. Receive any guidance or tips from myself. And then we'll be doing a solar plexus chakra guided meditation. That is a donation-based space. And if you want to book, you can go directly to sacredlight33.as.me, which you can actually see down below in the ticker. And that is where you can book. It's donation-based and free. Coming up on June 13th, I will be doing my third live teaching and meditation space at the Butchery Kombucha Sober Bar in Knoxville, Tennessee. And this will be a subconscious reprogramming, journaling, and meditation journey. And that will be at 11 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Eastern at the Butchery. Next, I will be with my Serpent Mound family again, coming up at the summer solstice, June 20th and June 21st, I will not only be doing vending for card readings, reishi coffee, as well as energy clearing sessions, but I will also be doing the very opening talk and meditation of the whole entire space for the week, or the weekend, I should say. So I'll be the opening act. I'll be doing an opening talk and a guided meditation to break us into the summer solstice full moon dance. And that will be at 2:22 p.m. Eastern on June 20th that I will be facilitating. And then lastly, to end the month of June, we will be at Rebirth Festival 4.0 in Pleasant Plain, Ohio. And that will be held on the Hope Farm, hosted by Philip Purdy. And Rebirth Fest is hosted by Aurora Sky of Healing with Aurora. This will be June 29th to the 30th. And on the 29th, I will be vending. And then on the 30th, I will be doing a 10 a.m. rising activation meditation with reishi coffee ceremony. And that will be 10 a.m. on June 30th at Rebirth Festival, Pleasant Plain, Ohio. So that's what we have coming up regarding the month of June with my Sacred Light Healing and Wellness spaces. And I look forward to seeing all of you guys there. And reach out if you have any questions about how to be a part of any of the workshops, how to get tickets for the festivals or the events. And if you have any other questions, just reach out and let me know. All right. So now that we've had a few moments to journal and reflect upon what it is that we would like to bring forward today for this Atlantis meditation, we're now going to go ahead and get ourselves prepared to bring these intentions and bring these struggles and other things into this meditation space. So if you need to, feel free to use the restroom, grab more water, and get yourself comfortable. And you can use a blanket, a pillow. You can sit or lay down, whichever you prefer. Or, if you're at your workplace or somewhere where you can't, you can still just tap in, have your headphones on, and just listen if you would like. And I definitely recommend headphones, as the headphones will help you be able to be more immersed in the sound healing frequencies, as well as to feel and sense the vibrations of my voice. Got a little bit of rosemary essential oil here. This rosemary is from India, very pure, organic. Got it gifted to me a few years ago from a brother that had some spinal issues, and he was immobile from the legs down. And yeah, he wanted to send me out some gifts. So he sent me a bottle of organic and pure Indian rosemary, as well as lavender, in exchange of me doing long distance Reiki sessions to help regenerate his spine. All right. As we begin, let's begin with focusing on our posture. Checking in with our posture. If we are sitting, having our back straight as much as we can. If we have any physical ailments in the back area, just do what you can to the best of your ability. You can use a pillow, a couch, the edge of a bed, whatever you need to support your back. If we're laying down, having our legs straight and not crossed, so we are not blocking the flow of energy in and out of the soles of our feet. Next, checking in with the shoulders, making sure that we are relaxing our shoulders, allowing them to drop down to the side. Next, checking in with the jaw, making sure that we are not clenching our teeth. Checking in with our arms, making sure our elbows are loose, making sure our fingers are not being balled into a fist. Continuing to make our way down, checking in with the hips, making sure our hips are nice and loose. And if you need to, move these body parts that we are moving through, just to loosen them up a little bit. And then making sure that we are not clenching or holding on to tension in our quads and hamstrings, down to the knees and calves. And then lastly, down to the feet, making sure we're not clenching our feet or curling our toes, but have our feet nice and soft and flat. Now moving on from posture, making our way to the breath. For this practice, I'll give you two options. Number one, you can breathe in through the nose, expand the stomach, draw the breath all the way down to the earth, And then exhale out of the mouth. Choice number 2. Breathe in through the mouth, expanding the stomach. Breathe out of the mouth, releasing the stomach. You can choose either breath style. It is completely up to you, and there's no right or wrong. And remember, there's no right or wrong to the pace of your breath as well. Whichever breath you choose, you may switch throughout if you'd like. And now you may make that breath your main focus and continue that focus throughout this meditation. The breath will help you move deeper into your layers. It'll help you move deeper into your releases, and it will support you and carry you and move you through your triggers, through your releases, and through the density within our beings. Just know that in this space, this sacred space, you are safe to be vulnerable, to cry, to release, to do whatever it is that's necessary to release these stored energies today. So continuing to stay with the breath, you may now close your eyes, begin to focus inward, and embark upon this Atlantis journey. Maya nakutua sha inkutu siye mindikia ta ishini suno tuzu baba yenya kiti shina nata Osibia shatutu ye makai kodora shi minara sura shikiara ukura shaba yana suta da shepata Kuti minara shiana tutua bikia tatuata da tipura shiapa kurara Ushimina shurara ikipara shuata tia chiato koteata yan sneda sukta yataka Viparashina Sura Shikiata Yasutuata Ishimina Kruta Shikata Nudur Shibiata. Continuing to breathe, staying with the breath. And as we breathe, we may now consciously let go of any expectations or any obligations that we have placed upon ourselves or from others. You may release what has happened before and what shall happen after. Being present now is the most impact, the most important thing you can do in this present moment. Allow yourself this love, this grace, and this surrender of being here now in this Atlantean healing energies. Staying with the breath, continuing to breathe. And as you breathe, feeling your energy flow within, feeling your surroundings becoming nothing but energy. And as you breathe, beginning to feel a coolness, a coolness on your skin, on your cells, and on your being. And this coolness comes all around. Beginning to feel ourselves flowing through majestic waters of the ocean. And as we breathe, feeling ourselves floating and swimming through these ocean waters, feeling the medicinal and the therapeutic value of the water element flowing through our being and into our pores, soothing, relaxing, and rejuvenating our biological being in this moment. And as we continue to breathe, feeling this biological restoration from the water element, we continue to swim into the depths of the ocean. As we continue to swim, we are met by the presence of beautiful great whale spirits. And as we breathe, these great whales of the ocean make their way into our energy field, carrying their spirit medicine and wisdom into our field. And as these whales approach our energy field, one whale approaches each of us and offers to give us a ride. So as we take our astral body and hop on the whale, we begin to ride and flow with the whale deeper into the oceans of the waters, feeling this connection, feeling this bond through the center of your chest to the heart chakra, feeling that Syrian whale medicine flow through your heart center, staying with the breath. Ya nu achi ni mukuto ayana ukutoyana na shukuto ye shana sukatia ma ikiyanata uko Ishiyamataya sa utopaya naneshina kutotoaya imena shuraya natia tatuata imana shukutia usipataya ukataya nashi tikietuataya namana shutaya nata ushipiyana tia tatuutaya shimna kutayata. As we continue to breathe, we begin to feel a magnetic force in the depths of the ocean. As we approach, this magnetic force starts to become stronger and stronger the closer we arrive. And with our whale companions, we make our way and begin to see. We begin to see a form in the distance. Staying with the breath as we make our way towards this form. As we get closer, feeling the energy deeper and deeper. And what is this that we approach? We begin to approach a beautiful, majestic, crystalline royal kingdom. And as we approach this royal kingdom, we make our way towards the door with the great whale spirit. And the great whale spirit begins to swim us into this mystical kingdom underwater. As we make our way into this kingdom, we look around and see and sense and feel beautiful crystal, high vibrational energy technologies throughout this kingdom. Beautiful crystal gardens and other high vibrational settings. Staying with the breath, continuing to breathe. As we now make our way through this kingdom, the great whale takes us to a large doorway. And as we make our way to this doorway within the kingdom, you can feel the great mystery of the presence behind this door. Staying with the breath, Still feeling these ocean waters supplying medicine to our biological being. Now we begin to enter through these kingdom doors. And as we enter, we are met by a strong presence. The strong presence with his staff, his trident staff. He lifts up the staff and slams it into the ground. And from this staff flows electrical, divine light down from the staff into the ground and magnetized to you. The great legend of Poseidon, the archetype, the divine guide and energies begin to channel and flow from him and his staff through the electrical currents into our energy fields. Staying with the breath as these electrical currents begin to flow and make their way into our soles of the feet. Feeling this uplifting, empowering, and clearing energy begin to make its way up the feet, up to the knees, up to the legs, to the hips, and then to the base at the root chakra. As Poseidon and his divine electrical currents now flow through the root chakra, bringing balance and clearing. As you continue with the breath to help support clearing the root chakra, in this space, you are being gifted to bring forward now any stored pain, anger, resentment, scarcity, lack, insecurity, fears, that you would like to release and clear from your being. You may now consciously bring it forward out of the root chakra and into Poseidon's electrical energy. Continuing to breathe as you go through this process. I am grounding. I am stable. I am abundant. I allow love to consume fear. I allow compassion to fill my anger. And as we breathe, Poseidon's electrical energy begins to travel below the belly button to the sacral chakra. If there are any relationship wounds, any relationship attachments, if there are any inner child wounds or inner child patterns, if there is any imbalanced sexual energy or trauma, or any wounding surrounding your inner feminine nature, you may now bring it forward to be released out of the sacral and into Poseidon's energy. Staying with the breath to assist. I am sacred. I hold myself with cherishing energy. I allow nurturing for myself and others. I give nurturing. I have boundaries and honor my sexuality. And I harnessed my life force for pure divine intentions. I allow my inner child to play as it is safe to do so, and I will continue to be in safe environments. I feel my emotions when I need to, and I guide them with my higher intelligence. As we breathe, Poseidon's energy makes its way to the abdomen at the solar plexus chakra. In this space, You may bring forward and release any feelings of low self-esteem, having a lack of confidence, any blockages from feeling your willpower or ability to take action in your life. Or if you are struggling to make change, any criticism, judgment, or opinions that do not serve may all be released out of the solar plexus with Poseidon's energy, staying with the breath. I am allowing myself to express and to feel my confidence naturally when it flows through me. I am worthy, I am valuable, and being in this world and expressing and putting forth action. I create ripples. I am a beacon of light for myself and others. I am a warrior, a divine warrior that shall overcome obstacles as they make me stronger and wiser on my journey. And continuing up, Poseidon's energy rises to the center of the chest, to the heart chakra. And as we breathe, you may now bring forth in this space any grudges, any feelings of conditioned love, any sense of division and separation, any blockages of feeling empathy, feeling compassion, or if we need to access forgiveness for what is being held on to, you may bring it forward now to be released through the heart center and Poseidon's energy, staying with the breath. I am allowing myself to feel and sense the universal oneness of consciousness streaming through me fluidly to the world around me and to all, as I am connected to all, and all is in my heart center. I am being filled and pouring with unconditional love. I am feeling more of my empathy, as it is a power for transmutation. I allow myself to let go of any attachments or grudges from the past, to allow this energy to be freed from myself and others, so we may be uplifted from these past experiences and continue on our human journey without the residue. I see now beyond the veil. I forgive as we are in this human journey. Now this electrical Poseidon energy begins to rise to the throat center. And at the throat center, you may now bring forth any suppression from this lifetime and others, any rejection, any shutting down of the voice or vulnerability. We may release any distortions within our ability to discern energy and information. And we may release any feelings of impatience when it comes to holding space and listening. May we let go of any sense or feeling of needing to be heard over others, as we all can take space. I use my throat chakra to speak honestly, to bridge my mind and heart. Through my throat, I co-create and express my creativity and masculine energy into this world. My art, my creativity, my voicing helps shift others and spark others to be their authentic self and share their gifts to the world. As we breathe, Poseidon's energy now rises and makes its way to the center of the eyebrows at the third eye center. And in this space, you may bring forth any distorted mindsets, any cognitive impairments, any divided, dualistic mindsets, any mind control or manipulation that is present in the mind that does not align with our organic, most whole and highest belief system and truth of who we are. Any blockages within our manifestation abilities, and any resistance connecting us clearly to our intuitive nature and psychic abilities, may all be brought forward and released out of the third eye chakra and Poseidon's energy. Staying with the breath. My beliefs are aligned with my highest truth, my sole purpose and mission. I am clearing the veil and allowing myself to see the information necessary from the divine. I am trusting my intuition and my psychic abilities are enhancing. My chemicals in my brain, my pineal and pituitary glands are restoring and regenerating. Now the Poseidon electrical energy rises up and makes its way to the top of the head at the crown chakra. And in this space, we may bring forth any illusions or any blockages, giving us the experience of being disconnected from our higher power, source creator. Bringing forth and releasing any delusions of being only the human body. I am allowing my connection to the creator, to my higher self, to other higher dimensions, to flow freely through my crown and down into my vessel. I am connected to the creator now and in all moments, no matter how good or how bad the experience. I am willing to see the divine within all moments, so I may receive the blessing, the messages, and the upgrades that are available. And now feeling Poseidon's electrical energy flowing all the way up from your toes and your feet, through your legs, to the root chakra, and feeling the two serpents of the Kundalini spiraling like DNA up your spine, up your middle pathway, up each of the chakras, and out of the top of the crown. Allowing this to feel this life force activation and clearing of our energy field. And now this electrical energy flowing out of the crown chakra begins to flow in all directions around our energy field, like a Merkaba. And through this empowering energy and this activation of our energy field, we naturally begin to form a fortified protective shield of light. A pure shield of light filled with truth, balance, and wholeness, not of fear. Poseidon now takes a bow with his trident. And as he takes his bow to you, he gives honor, gratitude, unconditional love for your presence today in this moment, for being in this meditation and surrendering to receive. Now we do the same, giving our gratitude and love to Poseidon, to the Atlanteans, as there is an army of beautiful souls and spirits from the Atlantean period surrounding us with their hearts open, giving us love. Staying with the breath, as it is now time to go and to leave this Atlantean kingdom. As we now make our way back on our whales, we leave the kingdom doors and begin to feel the ocean waters flow against our skin as the whale begins to bring us up to the surface of the ocean. And as we rise in these waters, rebirthed again, the great whale leaps from out of the top of the water and into the sky. And the whale lands It lands on sand on an ocean side. And this is where we leave off, hopping off the whale and into this beachy sand, as it is now time for us to return from this astral journey into the consciousness of our physical avatar in the 3D plane. When you're ready, open your eyes, move your body parts, and return back to your physical reality. Namaste. Whew. Wow, that was beautiful. How are we feeling? Thank you all that were present for this meditation here in the live. And thank you to those of you that will be tapping in your own time and space for this meditation. If you have any feedback, any comments, feel free to drop them down in the comment section on any platform. And if you have any questions, just reach out to me. Just remember that you can revisit this meditation at any time, or any Atlantis energies at any time. And remember to take it easy on yourself today. Continue to hydrate well. Try to nourish your being with proper foods. Get a little bit of bare feet in the earth or a little bit of sunshine. And remember to breathe. Spiritual hygiene is important. Love yourself today. Thank you guys. I will see you guys on Monday live for another podcast. Ascending Through Limitations, 5:30 p.m. Eastern on Monday, on my Earth Day. I will be live with Soul Awakening with Sandra. Everybody have a beautiful day. Have a blessed weekend. Wholeness, balanced love vibrations.